Hello and welcome to East Long Meadow Spartans hockey. Today we have an exciting matchup between East Long Meadow Spartans and South Hadley. East Long Meadow here today coming off of an impressive 11-2 win against Ludlow, following the thriller 5-5 at Westfield. We'll get the game going here. Their minor technical glitch of the national anthem here. Looks like starting day we have on defense Colin Burson and Luke Robert, with a starting line of Joe Santinello, Ben Waskey, and Jack McIntyre. We'll see what South Hadley comes out with here. Taking their time here to get this game going. East Long Meadow coming with a 2-4-2 record after their 1-4 stint out in Central Mass. Again, coming off an 11-2 win against Ludlow and a 5-5 tie against Westfield. It's tough to play in that Westfield rink. They managed to come out down 2 goals in the third period and come back to tie it. We'll get this match started off here. Starting face-off by Jack McIntyre against South Hadley's Sullivan. Face-off won by South Hadley. Joe Cass takes it back, puts it deep in his own zone, chased on by Joe Santinello. Plays his body, and Wassey's there to take it out, but broken up by South Hadley, and Jack McIntyre puts it back in the zone. South Hadley back up to Sullivan, and deep in the zone they'll give chase. Colin Burson on the puck. Was taken by South Hadley. Joe Santinello gets the puck up to Ben Waskey, and he'll take it one-on-one. Makes the move, and he gets hit down. That'll be tied up by South Hadley's Joe Whalen. So good rush up there by the favored East Long Meadow Spartans, and they'll stick with the same line. Jack McIntyre on the draw, again lost. Ben Waskey takes it in, makes a move. It's stolen away by Kravitz by South Hadley, and he'll take it up. Up into the zone, pass across, nobody in front of the net, and missed the net there by Tom Watkins. And Jack McIntyre recollect, take it up, dumps it up ahead for Joe Santinello, who has some space, but takes it in the corner for an icing. So good look there by Jack McIntyre, able to get the puck up and deep, but just went a little bit too far to Joe Santinello's reach, and will go down for icing. So we have face-off in the defensive zone, East Long Meadow Spartans, who are just not changing up here. Face-off won by Knowles, and that's taking up the ice for the Spartans, and a shot on net high and wide from Ryan Gasparini. That was broken out. Regrouped by Robert Robert. Makes the move, body lay there, but taken by Griffin Trace in the zone. Regroup from Joe Mazza, who's just back on the team. That's dumped out. Big hit by Colin Burson on the icing attempt. It's regrouped here by Peter Trace. We're taking around the zone by himself. And Trace just mishandles the puck here. Battle in the corner. Then Everchini laid chase to it, but now it's back on here out of the zone. And Zed Everchini take it up on a one-on-one against Ben Crotty. In the corner, played on. Back up. Oh, Peter Trace just gives it right up for a one-on-one. It's just on net, and Matt Gasparini to make his first save of the night. So back and forth action we've seen here to start off this game. Matt Gasparini is seeing some puck with 12:47 left in the first period. Spartans here want to try to get this puck deep and get a cycle going. Get a little bit of action in the offensive zone. Face off one back by Quinn O'Donnell. Battle in the corner by Quinn and Nick Buendo. Has gets fired up, and it's Kravitz for South Hadley puts the puck on net, tipped wide. And Zenner Forcini will take it out. Now with Luke Robert. This is speed up the ice. Takes to the corner, goes hard. And now it's Quinn O'Donnell and Luke battling for it in the corner. Take it out. Now it's South Hadley coming up the ice. Good post check there by Forcini. Covered in the deep position. And Nick Wendo put it deep. Picked up by Forcini. Slap shot on net. Saved by Joe Whalen. 12:05 here remaining in the first. Spartans make a change back to the top line of Jack McIntyre to take the faceoff. And it's Knowles for South Hadley who's ejected from the draw. Face off a stalemate. Puck still at the dot, and it's been taken out by South Hadley. But it's Joe Mazza who's taking the puck back into the zone. Dumped in. It's Ben Waski on the puck. Quick shot wide. Puck taken to the center ice. Dumped back in by Joe Mazza. And it'll be recollected by South Hadley's captain. Joe Santinello back in the corner looking for some space. Plays the puck out to Jack and it's tipped wide. And that'll go out the end zone. Joe Mazza recollects. Tries to dump it out and it guts there. Joe Mazza gives it up to Jack McIntyre. Takes it wide. Gives it back to Santinello. Backhander. But blocked wide. Joe Santinello dealing with the puck in the corner. Keeping for himself back into the net but gets blocked. That'll be taken back up by South Hadley. Gives it across. Ben Waski battling for the puck and wins it. The puck comes back to Peter Trace. Trace. Off the right, Gasparini mishandles it. Puck on net. Griffin Trace after it. The puck will be taken back up by South Hadley. Jim Sweeney moving up with it. Gives it over to South Hadley's Mazza. Puck thrown in front, but nothing doing there. Shot on net. Off the post, and Ryan Gasparini's able to clear it out. In the corner, just trying to be dumped out, but it's taken by South Hadley. Shot on net wide. And back out of the zone. Griffin Trace able to take it, skating with some room. Puts it inside of the zone. Trace and Robert on the puck. Thrown out front and nobody home. Puck now again taken out by South Hadley. Good hit by Rob Robert, able to get the puck, but then thrown by Trace out to no one. Puck collected back in the corner by Peter Trace. And bursts in. Good pass out to Saraceno, but couldn't quite get it. The saucer pass. Saraceno back with it, puts it in deep. Quinn O'Donnell will give chase to it. Just all alone by himself in the corner, no help. Able to keep it down there. Now Joe Mazza, wrist shot, gets blocked and it's taken out by South Hadley. Mazza back with it. And the puck will go back down to Rob Robert behind the net. Robert gives it up to Quinn O'Donnell. He's got it on that. That'll be covered up by Joe Whalen here with 9:15 left in the first period. So far, good back and forth action with the shots 4-2, but no one can quite get a real quality chance on net yet, besides the one that went off the post for South Hadley. And Jack McIntyre on the draw. Wins it back to Waski, but it's taken out by South Hadley after he mishandled it. Waski on the back check gets it back to Joe Mazza, who fires up to Jack McIntyre, playing it out of the air with his hand. And Joe Santinello, the quality shot on net from Jack McIntyre, but able to make the save is Joe Whalen. South Hadley's karate is able to take it back up the ice and get it deep. The captain with the flowing hair. Puck taken up by Santinello in the zone, looking for the breakup pass to McIntyre. It goes to Waski, who can't handle it out of the air. And the puck will get dumped back in by South Hadley. Joe Santinello takes the initiative to pick up the puck. It'll be handled by Joe Mazza. He's able to get it back around for Santinello, who's able to tip it out of the zone. Santinello back with it, back in his own defensive zone. Gets it over to Mazza. Quick touch pass up to Jack McIntyre. Play it to himself and get it in deep and go for the change. Hadley just playing with it in the corner. And Ryan Gasparin's able to lay chase to it. That cross is going to get up South Hadley's Mazza. And Rob Robert will chase it down. Good play there by Nick Bueno to block the puck, but he's got it into the zone. It went off sides. So the Spartans' second unit here looking to make some offensive waves. Done a good job so far keeping the offensive zone, but they're going to keep trying to look to get a few shots on net. Spartans leading 5-2 in the shot category. Griffin Chase wins the face-off, but Rob Robert able to chase it down. We'll go back to South Hadley's karate. Oh! Griffin Chase plays it around the net to Rob Robert. Keeps it, makes a good move. Ryan Gasparini picks it up. Go looks for the backhand, but that gets blocked down in the corner. But Griffin Chase picks it up. Gives it down to Robert. Griffin Chase picks it up, looks to the front of the net. Makes a good move to the front, but that's covered up by Joe Whalen before anybody can make a good play on it. So some good looks there from this second line from the Spartans. And they'll come back with Quinn O'Donnell, Joe Saracino, and looks like Xander Ficini here. Face off one. Backhander on net. Another save there. Few good chance there from Joe Saracini, but not able to finish it. Joe Whalen's looking strong here in net for South Hadley. Good face-off win there by Quinn O'Donnell, but Saracino was able to pick it up and get a few good shots on net, but not able to finish. Face-off here that won by South Hadley. It dumped out, looked for a home run pass. Definitely effective with a shot wide. Saracino picks it up. Plays to the point, but no one home. South Hadley's able to get it back in deep. And South Hadley was playing with it in the offensive zone. And Joe Maz is going to pick this one up and try to dump it out. Chased down by Xander Ficini. We got a whistle here. Looks like for high stick. I don't know on who. I didn't see that one. Let's see what the call is on this one. That looks like a high stick against South Hadley. Face off in the Spartans' offensive zone. The Spartans coming back to the top line of Jack McIntyre, Ben Waski, and Joe Santinello. Face off one by Jack McIntyre. Shot a goal by Ben Waski was stopped by Joe Whalen. And Joe Madsen with the pinch gets the puck back in deep. Jack back and pick it up on the half wall. Back down to Waski. He's got space here on the front. Shot and wide. Joe Sant picks it up in the corner, and we'll get a penalty against South Hadley for it looks like a boarding here. And we'll see what the call is here. It's going to be a cross-checking on South Hadley's Tristan McCrawdon. So Spartans will have their first power play of the night with 6:28 left in the first period. Face off one by the Spartans. Jack McIntyre gets over to Colin Burson, who puts it back in deep for Joe Santinello. Ben Waski fighting from the corner. That's picked back up by South Hadley, who's able to try to ice it, and they do for Colin Burson back in the far blue line. Jack McIntyre playing defense on the power play is going to pick it back up in their defensive zone. Look for the power play breakout here. Up to Joe Santinello, who's got some skating room with it. He's able to get the puck deep and then chase by himself and pick it back up again. Looking to set up the power play here in the offensive zone. Cycle it back down for Quinn O'Donnell. Jack Mack on it. It gets tipped out of the zone by South Hadley. Colin Burson just fires it back in. East Lometta regroup on the delayed offsides. Puck's fired out, but caught by Colin Burson, who's taking it back in with some space. Fires it high and wide, but Jack Mack with some, Jack shoot. Just a mess in front of the net here, but South Hadley's able to get it. It's going to get covered up by Joe Whalen. So good opportunity by the Spartans, but looked like Quinn O'Donnell just wasn't able to get the shot off net. It just bounced over his stick after the high shot by Colin Burson. 22 left in the power play on McCrodden. Spartans with another offensive zone faceoff from Griffin Trace. And again, South Hadley Sullivan tossed out of the faceoff. Trace wins it back to Peter Trace. Tipped by Griffin Trace. And Rob Robert looked to pick it up. Peter Trace fighting for it on the blue line. And they'll say that went out of the zone. I don't know about that one. Call was offsides here against the Spartans. Spartans bench unhappy with that call. But Griffin Trace will take the faceoff outside of the zone here. Wins it back to Peter Trace, who dumps it in. They're saying no icing. And South Hadley able to dump it back. The power play ending here for the Spartans. We're back to even strength. Peter Trace throws it out for Luke Robert, who falls, and Griffin Trace picks it up. Now Ryan Gasparini skating up the ice on a 2-on-2. Gets over to Rob Robert. Plays the body. South Hadley now controlling the puck in the zone. Just throws it out. That should go down for icing. And it does. Spartans making the change here. Going with Xavier Ficini, Joe Saracino, and Quinn O'Donnell. With 4:34 left in this first period. Quinn O'Donnell on the draw. Wins it over. Backhander by Joe Saracino goes back into the corner. Quinn O'Donnell fighting for it. Saracino there for support. Saracino able to take it out. Skates in front, dumps it back in for Quinn O'Donnell, who takes the puck, battling for it on the boards. He dumps it back down. And backhanded by Saracino is able to be covered up. Good opportunity there for Saracino right in the front of the net, but Joe Whalen able to just make the stop again. That's 8 shots already in this first period for the Spartans, and nothing able to find the back of the net. Spartans will stick with the same line. With Nick Buendo and Joe Maz on the point. Quinn O'Donnell ties him up, but it gets back to South Hadley, who dumps it down again for icing. South Hadley here looks like they're feeling comfortable, just dumping the puck down for icing whenever they get in trouble in the defensive zone. Of course, that just leads to offensive zone faceoffs for the Spartans, which they'll take every time. Faceoff one back. Saracino puts it on net, but doesn't find it. Quinn O'Donnell throws it back, and Nick Wendell will take in the red line and just dumps it back in. So Hadley throws it up to Watkins, who dumps it over to nobody. Spartans looking for the change here. Stolen in the offensive zone from South Hadley. The puck given back over. Nick Wendell fighting for it in the corner. That'll get behind the net for Joe Mazza, who takes it. And that's Jack Mack in the corner. And Saracino's going to look to get off the ice here. Excuse me, Ficini. Joe Santinello takes up the ice some space, makes a move, puts it on net, but saved by Joe Whalen. Jack Mack takes it, throws it back in. Santinello's going to fight for it in the corner. He looked like it's shaken up a little bit on that hit. But throw it in front from Watsky to Jack Mack, but it just takes it, and Watsky again throws it on net. And that puck will get cleared out of the zone. Big Daddy Colin Burson's going to take it back to their defensive zone. Looking to make a breakout here. He skates some room, makes a move, and keeps the puck. Tries to dump it in and gets stopped there. And Jack Mack dumps it in. Ben Watsky giving chase. Back up, broken up by Joe Santinello. But it's taken out by Paul Cass, who throws it on net. High and wide, but saved. Wow. Saved by Matt Gasparini there. Puck looked to be high and wide, but Gasso saved it at this blocker, hit the glass, and just caught it right off the glass. You don't see that happen too often. So 2:32 left in the first period. Griffin Chase will take the face-off. He loses it. Shot by South Hadley. Won't find the net. Picked up by Sullivan. Gets back to the point. Shot. On net wide. Griffin Trace gives it up to Ryan Gasparini. Over to Robert Robert, who gets bumped off the puck. But taken back in by Karate. Play broken up there in the corner. Peter Trace gives it back to Rob Robert. He throws it over. And he's broken up. Griffin Trace takes it into the zone with some speed. Dumps back to the corner, get the cyclone. Throws it in the front, but gets blocked in front. And South Hadley will take it back to the ice. Rob Robert turns it over, comes back up the ice. Makes a move in the zone, but doesn't find anywhere to go. Robert still with it. Makes a move at the top of the circles. Gets broken off the puck by about 3 South Hadley players. That'll be taken up by Brian Back. He makes a few moves, throws it on net, save by Gasparini. Good few little moves there by South Hadley's Brian Back. But Gasparini is up to the challenge and makes a save. Spartans going with the Quinn O'Donnell line in the defense zone with 1:25 left in the period. Face-off won by South Hadley. And Luke Robert give it up. Battle on the boards. Taken in front by South Hadley, but thrown wide. Luke Robert avoids the hit. Keeps moving, but loses the puck. And it gets broken up by Xander Ficini. Had a little stoppage play here as South Hadley just threw it into their own bench. So Spartans will have a face-off in their offensive zone. And with 1:03 here left in the first period, the Spartans are not going to want to give any shots. Last thing you want to do is give them a goal with a minute left in the period or less. So Quinn O'Donnell will take the face-off here. Loses it. Puck held in by Rob Robert, but lost. South Hadley will take it up with a 2-on-1. Just broken up with a bad pass. Shot, save by Gasparini. Puck will go into the corner. Looks like we have an injury here to East Long Meadow. We'll see who that is. Looks like we're going to need the trader on this one. It's East Long Meadow defenseman. I can't quite tell who it is down there, but went into the boards hard awkwardly. And he is down. With Olympia's resident trainer coming on to take a look at him. And we'll take a timeout here while we wait for this to get worked out.
Sports fans, stay in touch with all of East Long Meadow High School sports by following us on Twitter using our handle @LCatSports. And if you miss any of the games on TV, you can watch the game at your leisure by visiting us on YouTube and searching LCAT 01028.
So that was Luke Robert down against the boards. Looked like he hurt his right leg on that play, but he's back up skating off the ice under his own power. So we hope that he's able to recover and continue to play in this game. So 48 seconds left in the period. Ben Waski will take this faceoff in the Spartans' defensive zone. Waski loses the faceoff. Karate on the point, throws it on net, and Gasparini makes a save. So another faceoff in the same spot. Only losing 4 seconds on that play. Waski wins that face-off to the boards. Puck goes back to the corner. Burson fights him, gives up to Santinello. He deals with it on the boards. Skates out, good backhand pass over to Jack McIntyre. Tries to make a play to himself, but doesn't quite complete it. But he's able to steal it away. He's got Waski in front. Toe drag, shot, wide. Waski throws it back to the front, but nobody's home. And South Hadley comes here with Watkins, dumps it in deep. Played to the corner, and Santinello back for it, but it's thrown on net by Cass. And Byrne plays it up to Waski. Throws it again off the boards to Santinello, who's got some room. Played against Karate, who bumps him off the puck. Joe Santinello, and that'll do it for the first period. So after the first period, 0-0 score. Spartans leading in shots 9-6, and we'll take a break.
Today's game is brought to you in part by The Pizza Shop, home of the legendary dough, located on Shaker Road in East Longmeadow. And also by Let's Yo, a yogurt experience. You can visit Let's Yo on North Main Street in the Stop and Shop Plaza in East Longmeadow. And sports fans, stay in touch with all of East Longmeadow High School sports by following us on Twitter using our handle @LCATSports. And if you miss any of the games on TV, you can watch the game at your leisure by visiting us on YouTube and searching LCAT 01028.
Welcome back to the second period of today's matinee game of East Longmeadow and South Hadley. 0-0 game after the first. The shots 9-6 favor the Spartans. Luke Robert is out there, skated off during the intermission. We'll see if he comes back into this game. Top line of the Spartans will be taking this draw. Jack McIntyre takes the face off, wins it back. And Joe Santinello fighting for it with Colin Burson, who knocks him off the puck. The puck in the Spartans' defensive zone. South Hadley's Knowles comes out with it, got some space, makes a move, and save by Gasparini. Can't quite tell the puck is, that was back in the corner. Throwing back to the point, Grotti shot, save by Gasparini, but the rebound, South Hadley puts it in. 1-0 for South Hadley after a little bit of a mix-up in front of the net there. South Hadley's Crotty put it on net, and the rebound came right out front. And South Hadley's able to bury it. It was 28 seconds in the second period. South Hadley gets on the board. Draw taken by Griffin Trace. Luke Robert back out there, dumps it in. No icing. Trace on it. Back to the point from Joe Mazza. Looks like we got a penalty here against South Hadley. Spartans in their first power play not able to put it in the back of the net. We'll see what they can do in the second one. Let's see what we got here. Another cross-checking. Again to Tristan McCrawdon. That's a second cross-checking penalty of the game. Gonna try to keep that stick under control here, huh? So see if Spartans can make the most out of this second power play of the game. Try to even the score back up. This is taken by Ben Waski. Jack back in the point. Gives it down to Quinn O'Donnell. He's over to Waski. Takes it back in the corner. Looking for some help. Gives it down to Quinn O'Donnell. Back down to Waski. Waski takes it to the front, but it's tipped away. South Hadley not able to get it out, and Jack McIntyre puts it back in the corner. O'Donnell on the chase. It gives it over to South Hadley, who dumps it back down the ice. Joe Mazza takes it, but loses it. And South Hadley there, Sullivan almost put that in the net shorthanded. Joe Mazza takes it up in some room, but no help. Lose it on the blue line. It gets dumped back down by South Hadley. So McIntyre will go back and pick it up. Jack Mack dealing with it behind the net, takes it out. Gives up to Ben Waski. He puts it back off the board to nobody. South Hadley dump it back down to Jack Mack. He gives it over to Quinn O'Donnell. O'Donnell brings it down into the corner. Trying to set up the power play. Gives it over to Waski. Makes a move, gets nowhere. Quinn picks it back up, tries to shove it to the front, but it goes nowhere. And Joe Mazza will be back to pick this puck up. Spartans really unable to set up the power play too much on this. They'll give it up to Waski. Up to Santinello. Takes on the 2-on-1. Lose it. Backhand over and score by the Spartans. Quinn O'Donnell able to finish it on the give over by Joe Santinello. Spartans with 5 seconds left in the power play. Finish it to tie it up. That's how you want to respond to a goal again. It's able to tie it back up. We'll see what they give the assist to. It looks like it was Quinn O'Donnell from Joe Santinello. Good play there by Joe Santinello, 2-on-1, able to burn his man and give it over to Quinn, is able to finish it. And here again, Ryan Gasparini puts it on net off the faceoff, and that one gets tied up by Joe Whalen. And Tristan McCrudden out of the box now, as he has to finish serving his penalty if a power play goal is served, but it is still even strength. Jim Bates, unfortunately, gets it back in for Griffin Trace, so he gets throwing it back around. Ryan Guest bringing the puck, able to break it up, and South Hadley still able to get it out. Colin Burson gives it over. South Hadley, almost had a breakaway there, but it's broken up by Colin Burson. And Griffin Trace skating up with some speed on a 3-on-2. Mason Moon gets bumped off the puck, and South Hadley will take it out of the zone. And just dumps it back for Jim Bates, who throws it up. And the puck will get dumped into the East Long Meadow zone. Jim Bates takes on the wall. It's thrown up for Griffin Trace, who loses it a little bit there in the corner, but Bates will pick it back up. Looking for help, has got nobody. Regroups it, throws it back into his own corner. And Gasparini will take it on the half wall. And he throws it up to nobody. That will go for no icing, as to say it touched somebody for East Long Meadow. South Hadley regroup back in the corner, and the forecheck from Spartans. Ryan Gasparini chasing it, and that gets thrown out by South Hadley, and Luke Ribeiro gets back to collect. He makes a good move and skates up with it. Ribeiro looked like he's recovered from that minor injury. After a good play, though, South Hadley to come take it up, but broken up by Joe Mazza. Mazza takes it out to the front of his own net, skating up with some speed. He tries to get it up, but can't quite get it to there. And it'll be a penalty here coming against Joe Mazza and the Spartans. Looked like he just hit him from behind. And they'll call a cross check. Joe Mazza on the back check there. Just thought he could lay a little bit of body there, but just got him in the back with a stick, and they're calling a cross check. The Spartans will be shorthanded for the first time in this game with 11 minutes left in the second. So we got Jack Mack, Joe Santinello up front with Colin Burson and Jim Bates. Face off, taking control by Spartans, but giving up. So Hadley will take it and set up their power play. Taking it from the corner back to the point. Crowley throws it back into the corner, mishandled by Sullivan. He sits there with it, gives it back behind the net. He walks it out to the side. Makes the move on Jim Bates, who is able to break it up and take control of the puck. Goes back in the corner to buy himself some space, and then eats it on the wall. He's still with the puck there. Dealing with it with South Hadley, recollects. Throws in the front, and tipped wide. And in the corner, back up to the point. Cardi gets back to the side. Across the seam, and a shot on goal, saved by Gasparini. South Hadley here effectively able to set up their power play and get a few good looks at the net, but not able to finish it. Gasparini's up to it. The Spartans will get a change up here of the defense, going with Luke Robert and Peter Trace. Jack, stalemate on the draw, gets it up to the point for South Hadley. Fired across. Crowdy will take it. Shot. Saved by Gasparini. Controlled by Sullivan. Shot wide. Almost put it on the back door with South Hadley, but was deflected in the corner. And Luke Robert will be fighting for it. Taken out by South Hadley. Shot again on net, and Gasparini makes a save. So South Hadley on the power play able to get a few good looks here. Spartans not able to clear, as we've seen them do so many times already on the shorthanded opportunity. They've been really effective, but just not able to get it done here. Luckily, best penalty kill is your goalie. Gasparini's been standing up to it, making the saves. Face off won by South Hadley. Burson clears it out of the zone. With 12 seconds left in the power play, South Hadley will regroup. And it's Robert Robert giving good body on the corner. South Hadley able to dump it back out. And they got people up ice. 3-on-2 here for them. Rob Robert is able to get it back. And Gasparini dumps it back out. And Joe Mazza getting out of the box had a good opportunity there, but just went a little too far and down for icing. So back to even strength here with 9:20 left in the second. It'll be a defensive zone faceoff for the Spartans. Face-off won by South Hadley. But taken here by Griffin Trace. Rob Robert up on it. Makes a move and loses the puck. The puck is fired back down. No icing on net. And Ryan Gasparini is on the puck. But that gets covered up by Joe Whalen. Spartans have a face-off in the offensive zone. Face-off taken by Griffin Trace. He wins it. Shot and saved by Joe Whalen. Puck still in front, thrown to the boards. And Jim Bates just mishandles it and it gets taken out by South Hadley, but it's a good play to get the puck back and throw it up the ice. But South Hadley able to take it, they got a breakaway. And Colin Burstow to get back and break that up. Shot wide from South Hadley. Griffin Trace looking for it. Shot on net, but tipped over the net. Looked like Colin Burstow got a piece of that one. Puck battled for in the corner. Burstow on it. Take it out. Trace gets up to Gasparini. He takes it himself. Makes a good move around the defenseman. Another one. Loses the puck. Jack McIntyre takes it. Puts it wide of the net. Jack fighting for it in the corner with Griffin Trace, who gets puck thrown around. Joe Santinello on the puck. Gives it over. And South Hadley will just ice it down again. So Spartans' top line will have a good opportunity here with 8:04 left in the second. This line scored every goal against Westfield in that 5-5 tie, with Joe Santinello getting 3 and Ben Waski getting 2 of them. We'll see if they can do something here. Face-off tied up, gets back to the corner. Gets thrown around by South Hadley and mishandled, and Joe Santinello will be able to take it, but gets out of the zone. Joe Mazza dumps it in. They'll say it's no icing. Crowdy will pick it up. Jack back on it, but it's broken out by South Hadley. But again, mishandled. And taken by the Spartans. Off the ref, I think. Ben Waski tries to get it over to Joe Santinello. Goes to take it by himself and gets broken up back to the corner. Jack Mack will play the body. And Ben Waski will pick it back up. Throws to the front and gets tipped back up to the point. South Hadley able to break it back out. They got a one-on-one here coming into the zone. But Jack Mack will come back and say no to that. He'll take it, just stand there with it, looking for some space. Gets it with Santinello, who throws it back out to the defenseman. And Waski's on the puck here. South Hadley regrouping it. Throws it back up to nobody in particular. That'll go down for Joe Mazza. Puck played in the corner. Waski plays it up to nobody. And now he'll take it. He's got Joe Santinello takes it up. He's got some skating room. Tries to take it wide around Crowdy. Throws it backhand on net. Goes wide. Waski battling for it. Quinn O'Donnell on the ice now. Tries to get it. Ben Waski will put it back deep into the zone and he'll get off the ice. Puck fired down for icing once again by South Hadley. Still is content with just icing at any time they get into any trouble. Gotta think at some point it's gonna come back to haunt them. So Quinn O'Donnell, Joe Saracino, and Xavier Ficini here on the ice forwards with Jim Bates and Luke Robert. Face off is a stalemate, but it goes back to Jim Bates. He fires it into the corner. Saracino throws to the front. Oh! Xavier Ficini's stick just got fired into the air by South Hadley's defenseman. And Luke Robert take it on the point. He'll bring it into the zone. Fighting for it. And he'll take it all the way down in the corner. Puck battle for it. And Saracino takes it on the point. And nothing doing there, but Sullivan, who could have had a good opportunity for South Hadley, just didn't have a stick. And again, that'll go down for icing from them. A little bit of a mix-up for East Long Meadow on the point. Sullivan from South Hadley could have taken it down there, but he just kind of dropped his stick and had nothing to do with it. Spartans in the same line on the ice in the offensive zone. Bill O'Donnell looks to just take it by himself, but loses it. South Hadley will break it out. Big hit there by Joe Mazon, the captain for South Hadley. Their players are not liking that one. Pacini looks for take a shot on net, gets blocked. A fight for it in the corner from Quinn O'Donnell. Pacini there to help him, taking a few jabs at South Hadley's players. Pacini takes it around, has a shot. Looks like it went wide or hit the post there. And Quinn O'Donnell had an opportunity for it, but Joe Whalen's able to cover it back up. A good opportunity there for the Spartans here with 5:20 left in the second. And they'll come back with the line of Griffin Trace, Ryan Gasparini, and Robert Robert. With Joe Mazza and Peter Trace in the point. Face-off tied up, gets back to the corner to South Hadley. Puck is fired around. Mazza keeps it in the pinch. And Ryan Gasparini will take it up on the point. Gives it up to Rob Robert, who tips it wide. He'll keep with it. Up to Trace, off the post. He fires it out front. Almost had Gasparini there, but just missed it. And it went up to the point where Peter Trace fired it in. Griffin Trace here, looks back door, but gets tipped wide. So Hadley will take it here, and Griffin Trace will chase after it. Ryan Gasparini able to break it up on the point, kept in the zone. He makes the move on the point, fires it wide. Rob Robert picks it up in the corner. It looks like we have a penalty here against someone. I don't know what this call is. Looks like it's roughing against South Hadley. Number 3, Ben Kravitz for South Hadley going for roughing. The Spartans with 4:37 left in the second period. Will be on the power play again. It looks like we're having a deep discussion here between the captain, Kravitz, and the referee. I don't know what they're talking about. Kravitz scored in the wrong penalty box. He realized his mistake there. So Ben Waski will take the face-off in the power play. Gets it back to Jack Mack. Throws it back into the corner. It gets tipped on net and we covered up. So another face-off here after puck that just trickled on net. Whalen's able to cover up. Waski again in the face-off. Looks to play it to himself. Doesn't. But South Hadley's able to get it back out of the zone. Colin Burson on the puck. How the net gives up to Jack McIntyre. Fires it across for Santinello. He's skating up with it, looking to set up the power play. Gives it up to Jack Mack. He fires it wide. Waski throws to the front. Shot again wide by Joe Santinello. Quinn O'Donnell in the corner. Gives it back down to Santinello. Gets tied up. Quinn will take it. Looks for Burson, sliding through the slot. Puck just didn't make it there. That'll be fired back down from South Hadley. Gasparini's able to keep control of the puck and give it up to McIntyre, who starts it up in the corner. Gives over to Burson, who can't handle the high pass. That's fired up and tipped into the corner. Quinn O'Donnell on the puck. I think it's tipped high. And taken by Burson, who fires it wide. And McIntyre taking on the point, looking to set this one up. Taken by Waski down in the corner. Waski battling for it, and that gets kicked out of the zone by South Hadley. And Joe Maz able to take that puck and make nothing of it. McIntyre takes it into the zone. He's got some players in the 4-on-2, fires it high and wide. That'll do it for the power play. Kravitz back on the ice, looking to make a play, but Joe Maz is able to say no. And Griffin Trace taken to the zone, broken up, and South Hadley will turn it over to Ben Waski, who's still on the ice. He makes a move but loses the puck. South Hadley will take it up the ice. Luke River plays his body and gets it up. Joe Sant says he'll give it over to Luke Robert, He's stepping up. Griffin Trace goes down. We're trying to make a play on the puck, but it'll be a rush up the ice now for South Hadley. A good move there from South Hadley's Knowles, but Gasparini is able to make the save on it. Not a very good quality opportunity there, but Knowles made a good play on Luke Robert. Able to get it to the net, but not in any danger for Gasparini, who easily made the save. So Griffin Trace here will take the face-off for the Spartans. Wins it back to the boards. But South Hadley takes it and back tries to throw it on net. Shot blocked by Gasparini when a stick goes out of his hand, and Rob Robert is coming up the ice. Loses it. Griffin Trace there to help him out and put it back into the corner. Spartans in the forecheck here, but not much pressure. South Hadley mishandles it, and Gasparini takes it, throws in the front for Robert, but goes back to the point for Luke Robert. He puts it back in the corner. Gives up for Griffin Trace. A shot tipped wide. That's South Hadley looking to break it back out. The Spartans viciously on the forecheck. That's taken up for Rob Robert. And Griffin Trace on the puck now. Throws in the front. Nothing doing. So Luke Robert able to tip it back out. And lays a body. They're going to call a penalty on that one. I don't know about that call. They're going to say it's interference. That puck looked like it was right there, right before that one. Questionable call there from the official. The Spartans, 1:38 left in the second period, will be shorthanded. He had knocked him off the puck, but then he just hit him. I don't know what he's thinking on that call. Face-off won by the Spartans and thrown back down the ice. Penalty killers Joe Santinello will be giving chase to the puck here. So Hadley throws it out. Let's break it up, and Jack breaks up the play. And throws it back in the corner where Santinello can chase after it. South Hadley breaking it up for Sullivan. Gives it up to Crotty. It's broken up by Jim Bates. South Hadley will take it back into the zone. Setting it up. Just looking to set up the play and make a move on the half wall. Throws to the net, but gets tipped back onto the boards. Joe Santinello just fires it off the wall, and Jack clears it out. And Jack's got some space to skate here. He takes it to the net, and that'll go down. That'll be a penalty on South Hadley. So Jack with a good play, taking the puck after Joe Santinello tipped it up to him. Had some speed, and that's what you get when you make a play like that. He's taken down. It'll be 4-on-4, 50 seconds left in the period. That is again Ben Kravitz for South Hadley, his second penalty of the game. Ben Watsky will take the face-off, loses it, goes back to the corner for Crotty, gets thrown around. Joe Maz will take it, gets it over to Santinello, takes a shot, save. Good opportunity there. It looked like he had Watsky, but elected to take the shot. A glove save there by Joe Whalen. Just 39 seconds left in the period. Face-off won by South Hadley. It's thrown around the boards. It's a 2-on-2 up ice for South Hadley. Jack goes down. 2-on-1, makes the move, and it's broken up by Joe Mazza. And Ben Watsky will pick it up. Makes the move around one defender. Makes another move. He gets it. Oh, just blocked at the puck. And yeah! Like Joe Mazza on his first game as a Spartan for the year, able to pick up the rebound and put it in. Great play there by Ben Watsky to take it to the net. But he got hauled down, and Joe Mazza is able there to finish the play. 2-1 for the Spartans. 17 seconds left in the period. So Joe Mazza, of course, playing juniors at the beginning of this year, making his first game as a Spartan, coming back to the team, puts one in, makes a contribution right away. Face-off taken by South Hadley up in the zone, but broken up by the Spartans. It's thrown out by Mazza. And Luke Robert's penalty is over. Spartans on the power play here for 40 seconds. Or it will be when we come back after the second period. Spartans, 17 seconds left in the period, able to make it 2-1, leading the shot 17-12. And we'll be back here for the third.
Today's game is brought to you in part by The Pizza Shop, home of the legendary dough, located on Shaker Road in East Longmeadow. And also by Let's Yo, a yogurt experience. You can visit Let's Yo on North Main Street in the Stop and Shop Plaza in East Longmeadow. And sports fans, stay in touch with all of East Longmeadow High School sports by following us on Twitter using our handle @LCatSports. And if you miss any of the games on TV, you can watch the game at your leisure by visiting us on YouTube and searching LCAT 01028.
Welcome back to third period action. The Spartans ahead 2-1 after a late goal in the second period. Here starting the third. Coming down with Waski in the faceoff, wins it up to himself. Spartans in the power play here for 38 seconds. Waski with a few good moves getting up the ice, but those take it deep into the corner. So 30 seconds remaining on the power play here for the Spartans. And Waski will take it out of the corner, looking to step to the front, gives it to Santinello. Throws across for McIntyre, but he's not quite there. McIntyre throws it back deep. Picked up by Waski. I'll bring it up. Waski throws it on net, tipped by Quinn O'Donnell, but not on net. That puck's picked up by South Hadley. They throw it around. Santinello takes it on the half wall. Quinn O'Donnell picks it up. Fights for it, taken out by Santinello. He'll throw it away to South Hadley, who's going to take it up the ice here. There's not much of an opportunity. He throws it on net, save by Gasparini. His first save of the period, and he'll cover that one up. Both teams going for changes here, the minute gone. Spartans going with the line of Griffin Trace, Ryan Gasparini, and Robert Robert. And a quick face-off and covered up again by Gasparini. After fixing the net, we'll get another face-off from the same spot. Face-off won by Griffin Trace, thrown around by Jim Bates. Picked up by Ryan Gasparini. Give it up to Trace, and tips it over to Rob Robert, who loses it. Spartans offsides, but chasing it down. Griffin Trace apparently unaware that he was offsides there on delayed. The ref giving a little lecture about that offsides call as if they don't know what they're doing. Face off won by Griffin Trace, given over to Robert Robert. Takes his zone, shoots it, blocked by Karate. Burson gets it back in on the pinch, gets it in deep. Rob Robert fights for it, wins it, gets it to the front, but not taken by anybody. And Jim Bates will recollect back in their own defensive zone. Bates takes it around his own net to give himself some time. Gives it up. Rob Robert lets it go to Griffin Trace, who fights for it. Tries to get it deep and doesn't. And Spartans are going to be on the power play here off that vicious hit on Griffin Trace. Ryan Gasparini misfires on the shot. That'll be touched up by South Hadley to get the power play here for the Spartans. And we'll see what the call is. Some South Hadley fans not happy with that one, but it seemed like a pretty obvious call there. That's a third penalty on number 3, Ben Kravitz. That's his third penalty. I didn't see the call on that one. Assuming it's a penalty for penalty. But that is his third penalty of the game. And Joe Santinello will take the face-off with Ben Waski getting tossed. He wins it back. Kept in by Joe Madsen. Good play. And Waski will take it to the front. Shot wide. Well, kept in by Jack McIntyre. We're taken out by Waski. We lose the puck and go for a 2-on-1. But broken up by Joe Madsen, taken out by Jack McIntyre, who gives it over to Santinello. Santinello loses the puck and goes down in the corner, battling with Kravitz. And taking that Ben Waski, takes it out. Let's take another shot, again wide. Jack McIntyre will pick it up on the boards. Fires it up and just right into the netting. Don't want to have that one back. Couple nice licks there by Ben Waske, but both of them just fired wide of the net. Can't score if you miss the net. That'll be an outside the zone faceoff for Ben Waske. Spartans not prepared for the faceoff, but it's won anyway and gotten in deep. Jack Mack on the chase. It's fired out by South Hadley. It'll go the length of the ice. Joe Mazza will pick it up back in his defensive zone, but taken there. And Santinello will be battling for it. South Hadley's player just eating it in the corner, trying to draw some time off this penalty with 30 seconds left. It's broken up. It's Joe Santinello able to take it out. He gives it up to Jack. Jack taking it and settling it, throwing it back into the corner to try to set up the power play. Quinn O'Donnell taking it into the corner. Cycles it back down for Waske. Waske back up to Santinello. Back down to Waske. He takes it, walks out. Walks across the top of the zone. Throws it to the net, but wide. Santinello takes it on the wall. Throws it back down for Quinn O'Donnell. O'Donnell, with the penalty expiring, gives it back down in the corner for Ben Waske. Waske throwing to the front. Tipped on net by Quinn O'Donnell, but stopped. That's how Hadley will take it back up. That's regrouped by Jack McIntyre in the corner, taking a defensive role over here. We're still with the power play line out. The puck will go up to Gasparini, gives it up to Santinello, who's got Mazza streaking to the net. Shot on net. Big rebound, but nobody there to pick it up. Puck thrown back into the corner. Santinello looks to take the shot, but just skates away with it. Backhands it wide. And Rob Robert will pick it up in the corner. Robert making a few moves. Tries to throw it back to the boards, but missed it, and South Hadley picks it up. South Hadley's Harris taking the zone. Fires it on net, and Gasparini makes a save. So 10:43 left in this contest. East Long Meadow still up 2-1. With a face-off third defensive zone for Griffin Trace. Face-off won by South Hadley. Shot on net right off the face-off from Knowles, but wide. And Ryan Gasparini to take it back into the corner. He stops, looks to go up his own wing. Or he should be. They can't do anything with it. Shot on net for South Hadley. They're taken by Burson, throws it up the wing. The shot from South Hadley, but Griffin Chase will take it. He'll try to skate it up, loses it. South Hadley able to get it back into the Spartan zone. Jim Bates takes it up. Giving it to Burson, who throws it up to Griffin Trace, who just throws it into the zone. South Hadley looking to make a play, gets it back into the Spartan zone. Joe Mazza makes a play on it into the corner. Plays it back to himself, and nobody there to help him out. Trace picks it up, throws it back around. Goes up to South Hadley's point, shot on net, and blocked in front. Looked like it stung Joe Mazza there a little bit in front. He looks like he's holding his chest where this puck hit him. That or his arm. He's not using his left arm at all. And a big hit there from Ryan Gasparini. Joe Mazza looks visibly shaken up here, but here's Karate. Shot on net, saved by Gasparini. That's done around. Spartans here just playing within the defensive zone, running around. They're going to be able to get a forecheck or breakout here. And they're not finding it. Shot towards the net, tipped wide. And they'll regroup behind the net, back to the front, and cleared out by Burson. Slap shot from the point, and that's broken up by Ryan Gasparini. Just case outside, shot on net, saved and covered up. So after that brutal assault there from South Hadley in their offensive zone, Spartans able to break it out and get a shot on net and tie it up and regroup their players. So it'll be Quinn O'Donnell, Joe Saracino, and Xavier Ficini on the offense for the Spartans, won by them. Saracino tries to get a shot on net, and he gets tripped up, and Spartans will be on the power play again with 9 minutes left in the period. Looked like Joe Saracino streaking through to get the shot on net after the face-off tie-up. And he got tripped there by Brian Beck. Face-off won by the Spartans. Joe Santinello tries to get across to Jack McIntyre, but goes into the corner. That battle for it there, and South Hadley able to clear it out of the zone. Joe Maz back to pick it up. Passes up. Tipped by Quinn O'Donnell over to Santinello, who regroups it. Pass over to Waskey. Tries to look for this cross-ice pass, but misses it. South Hadley will come back in the zone. And that's broken up by the back-checking Waskey. And he'll skate up with it. Gets it up to Quinn O'Donnell, who gets it deep in the zone. Picks it up off the board, skates out. Shot, score! Quinn O'Donnell picks it up off the wall and shoots it lower left on Joe Whalen, make it 3-1 with his second goal of the game. Just found his spot and put it home. Well, it looks like they're going to call a penalty on Joe Mez after that, after he accidentally tripped up a player in South Hadley. That is a ridiculous call. Clearly in the confusion over there in the boards, he accidentally tripped the player, and they're going to call a penalty on that? How can they say that's on purpose? So it'll be 3-1 Spartans here, but they'll be shorthanded with 8:22 left in the third. And Coach Reed is understandably unhappy with that call. That is definitely one of the more absurd calls I've seen. With about 20 players skating around over there, someone happens to get tripped up and they call a penalty on it. Coach Reed wants an explanation there. That's Joe Maz's second penalty of the game. I'd like to hear how they even would think that'd be on purpose. I mean, as he skated by, it looked like he just accidentally tripped up Stump Chunkman over there. I call it unsportsmanlike conduct. And a long talk here from Coach Reed with the ref. So to give the assist on the goal by Quinn O'Donnell to Jack McIntyre. And we'll have resuming play here after Reed's talk there with the ref. Reed, known by the officials to be a little bit temperamental. He's been relatively calm this game, and can't blame him there for getting a little bit out of it. So South Hadley will take it up on their power play here. And Burson will fire it down with Robert Robert chasing it down. Puck broken out to Cass, but broken up by Ryan Gasparini, who takes it and gets it deep. But taken up by South Hadley and thrown errant pass there from South Hadley. It'll go down for icing. Now South Hadley's captain Crotty just misfiring on that pass. So the Spartans, an offensive look, shorthanded. Face-off won by South Hadley and thrown out again by Crotty. Looking for the home run pass while on the power play, and South Hadley will set it up in the offensive zone. And South Hadley with the look, but doesn't give the pass across, and they'll set up Gretzky's office behind the net. Still controlled by South Hadley after the high and wide shot. Great shot block by Rob Robert to go down and sacrifice his body to make that stop. And he'll get off the ice. South Hadley able to break it back out after the forecheck by Ryan Gasparini, who gets off tired. South Hadley again able to set up down in their offensive zone. And a big hit on Xavier Ficini. They're going to get a power play. Great pass across by Saraceno, but doesn't connect. Spartans able to keep picking it up in the delayed penalty. Spartans will be on the power play again. They're calling interference. I really don't know if I agree with that call. That looked like a good hit to me. And that's Crotty here for South Hadley. He's going to go with 6:41 left in the period. They have two guys going here to talk about this one? Nope. Just a discussion. Yeah, it looked like it was a nice hit on Xavier Ficini by Crowdy, but apparently the referee didn't like it. His hand flew up right away. They called interference on that one. Ref's very touchy today in this game, seemingly calling everything. So Hadley's wanting an explanation on this penalty. So 6:41 left in this game. Spartans leading 3-1. They'll be on the power play again. With that top power play line of Quinn O'Donnell, Ben Watsky, Joe Santinello, and then Jack McIntyre and Joe Maz on the point. Face-off being taken by Watsky. He gets to the front, and Jack McIntyre takes from the point, tries to get it deep, but doesn't quite get there. And he's able to keep it inside of the zone. They'll battle for it right up on the point, with Watsky in there to help him out. He tries to pull it out, doesn't quite do it. And that puck is able to be cleared by South Hadley. But Jack able to break up the play before anything dangerous can come of it. But it'll be iced down. So Jack McIntyre back to resettle the puck and look to break it out. He fires it up for Watsky. Watsky gives over to Santinello. Takes it in the zone with some speed. Looks to go to the net again. Oh, it's broken up. But Watsky will pick it up. Santinello looks to make a play. Gives it up to Jack McIntyre, who settles it. Looking for play. Takes a wrist shot on that, but deflected wide. Joe Santinello battling for it with Watsky in the corner. Watsky will continue to control it, but still battling. With Quinn O'Donnell there helping out. Quinn O'Donnell will take it out. Jack on the point. Slap shot off the shoulder of the goalie there and just deflected into the corner. South Hadley clears it. Joe Whalen looked like he never saw that one, just happened to hit him in the shoulder. McIntyre will take it out, gets up to Santinello, lets it go, goes to Quinn O'Donnell, who just also missed it. It went down for icing. Looked like Quinn O'Donnell thought Santinello was going to take it, but Santinello let it go to O'Donnell and just ended up going back into the corner for icing. 9 seconds left on the penalty. It'll be Griffin Chase taking the faceoff in the defensive zone. Chase gets tied up. And that puck goes onto the net and almost a goal there from South Hadley, but somehow a player mishandled it and went down to the corner. Rob Robert coming out, almost had a breakaway, just mishandled that one as well. And Ryan Gasparini will take it out. With miscommunication here, gets to the net. South Hadley's player there just able to pick it up after Spartans just were confused there. South Hadley regrouping in their zone, looking to break it out. And they do. But fire to the Spartans, who were able to dump it back. Picked up by Sullivan coming in. Gives it over. Back in the corner, the Rob Robert laying the body again. Rob Robert, the big physical presence on the ice for the Spartans there, and they dump it down for icing. They're going to call a penalty. I don't know what they're calling here. It looked like they given Rob Robert on sportsmanlike for talking back with the ref or something here. They had South Hadley for a penalty, I guess, originally for high sticking, and then giving Rob Robert one after he was asking about it. Who knows what happened there? These refs are just eager to call penalties this game. And for South Hadley, it's McCrodden on his third penalty of the game as well for the high stick. And Robert Robert's going. We'll see if they call this matching or 4-on-4. The captain's discussing this one with the referee. Yeah, I'd like to hear what Rob said about that one. Are they kicking him out of this game? Robert Robert leaving the box. and leaving the ice. I mean, seemingly it was innocent play. They're kicking him out of the game for it. Depending on if it's just a major penalty with less than 5 minutes left or if it's a misconduct, he can be kicked out of next game. We'll see what they give him on the call. Of course, if you get thrown out of a game in the Barrie division, you're ineligible to play in the following game. So, looks like they're not having anybody serve the penalty, at least for now, on Robert. Nope, nobody will serve it, so there's no minor penalty on it. Have to wait for the call. We got an explanation here. Be interesting to know what he said about that one, huh? What he said to the ref that got him kicked out of the game. So there's no penalties up on the boards, which would lead me to believe it's matching penalties. With 4:22 here left in the game. But it looks like it's going to be 5-on-5. That is what it will be, with both teams having 5 players on the ice. So the McIntyre Santinello Waski line will come out and take this one. Jack Mack just throws it up to South Hadley's defenseman. And South Hadley with an odd-man rush here coming up. Throws to the front of the net, but not able to put it in the net. And hold on the whistle here with Jack McIntyre pushing Matt Gasparini to the net and pushing the net off. Probably got away with one there. Of course. So, sounded like they gave Robert Robert, let's see, unsportsmanlike conduct and misconduct. So, with that, he may be kicked out of the next game, depending on how they rule that one. And what should have been a Spartans power play. South Hadley is throwing one on net and Gasparini making the save. I never saw an original call on that one. Robert apparently didn't like something, was chirping at the ref. He got himself kicked out. Spartans making a late change here. Let's stick with the same line. Oops. And after the faceoff, South Hadley keeping it in their offensive zone. Crowdy looks to make a pass and whiffs. And Gasparini covered it up again. So the Spartans here is looking to get this puck out of the zone. They've been stuck in their zone this entire shift pretty much. And Jack McIntyre in the faceoff. He's taking the Spartans, giving up to Santinello. He's looking to take it wide. He gets poke checked away, but he'll dump it in deep. Crowdy in the puck and Waski looking after it. Blocked down, but that puck will be iced, but touched by Spartans player on the ice, so it'll be no icing. The puck fired off of McIntyre by Burson, and it goes up to the neutral zone. And taken again by McIntyre. Gives up to Santinello. Santinello to Waski. Gives it back to Santinello. Santinello takes a shot wide. And Burson on the point takes another slap shot, but blocked. That's taken by South Hadley Sullivan, but just mishandled. And Jack McIntyre will get it back into the zone. South Hadley breaking it out of the zone. Up, but can't handle the pass in the backhand. It's Watkins, so it's given back up to Ben Waski. He's skating with it, makes a move, burns his man. Takes it by himself in the 1-on-3. He still got it. And even gets it on net, covered up by Joe Whalen. Good solo effort there by Waski. Making a few moves on the 1-3. But that puck was covered up, and the Spartans have a face-off in their offensive zone with Quinn O'Donnell to take it with Saraceno and Ficini. Puck tied up by the zone. Backhander by Ficini. Saraceno, and it goes in. Quinn O'Donnell ties up his man in the face-off. Saraceno takes on the backhand, takes a shot, and somehow snuck in the back of the net. Now they have 4-1 Spartans with 2:35 left in this game. No idea how that one snuck through, but it does, but we'll take it. Saraceno gets his name on the score sheet. Another point there for Quinn O'Donnell. Face-off taken by South Hadley, and he falls on the blue line. You know how slippery that thing can be. They're taking up and back down South Hadley, but Joe Mazza takes it and fires it around. Misplayed by Saraceno. And Luke Robert will handle the puck now in the corner. Picked up by Quinn O'Donnell. Throws it out of reach of Chidi. So they're giving that goal to Luke Robert. Unassisted. Maybe I missed something there. Who knows? But they'll say Robert all by himself on that goal, which will make it 4-1. And it'll be Griffin Trace on the faceoff. Up to the play, but blocked shot by Ryan Gasparini and dumped into the zone. And they'll say that'll go for icing. That was a close one. Reed seems to be shaking his head a little bit. 1:59 left in this game. Spartans leading in shots 24-20. We'll have a face-off in the defensive zone for Griffin Trace. Trace wins it back to Burson. Burson dumps it up out of the zone. That'll go down for icing. Burson a little anxious to get that one out of the zone. Just fired it high off the glass. Seemed like he could have delayed there a little bit, but that'll go for icing. We'll stick with the same line. Trace in the draw. Just gets slapped to the net by South Hadley's center. And Jim Bates will fire it around. Ryan Gasparini taking the wall. Throws it up to Griffin Trace, and he'll skate up with it. And Gasparini will pick it up with some speed. He skates in his zone. Gets to the behind the net for Gasparini. He'll give it up to Jim Bates. Bates tries to go across to Burson, but didn't quite get there. And Burson fires it in. Played behind the net by Trace. He turns it around. Still with it in the corner. And it's finally taken out by South Hadley. Jim Bates backing off of McCrodden. Makes the poke check and ties him up. Gets puck back. 1 minute left here in this game. That'll be whistle for something. Griffin Trace just hammering McCrodden after the whistle, assumingly by accident. There's no penalty in that one, surprisingly. That'll have the Spartans top line with 55 seconds left. And a 4-1 Spartans lead. McIntyre able to win the faceoff to Waski, who takes it up and dumps it back in, but not deep. And it comes back to him. He goes across to Santinello, but doesn't connect. Santinello puts it back into the corner. Second round, but taken by South Hadley with a little move there by Sullivan. He throws it up. A 2-on-2 coming up the ice here, and a big hit by Luke Robert. The captain showing his weight. Pass up there by Waski to Santinello, who has a breakaway. And a good move and poke check by Whalen. And Jack McIntyre misfires on the rebound and can't put it in. He had a wide open net, but just didn't get the shot off. And he's hammered there by Kravitz. Joe Santinello had an opportunity in front, but can't put it in. Luke Robert up to the point where he should be. Santinello, Mazza throws it deep. And that'll about do it for this one. So the Spartans, 4-1 win over South Hadley with 2 goals by Quinn O'Donnell, 1 by Joe Mazza, and 1 by Luke Robert. It will take the 4-1 win over South Hadley. Thanks for tuning in to LCAT Sports. I'm Alex Bazin. We'll see you next time.